I'm Dan and I designed this surfboard. This here is a Chumlee. You've probably seen it before. This one's made out of Helium by Firewire Surfboards, Helium Tech. There's the Mankind logo there in case you missed it. But this one was designed by me as well and made out of trash. Almost 100%. The only thing that's not trash or reclaimed is the resin. So the story of the trash board, here we go. The first thing I did was I started at the beach, walking off the beach, and found 3 jacked up boogie boards in the trash can, provided by the beach maintenance crew, left by people who saw no need for their boogie boards anymore. So I picked them up. I stripped off some of the goodies like that. These things come right off. The top and the bottom skins come right off, and what's left in the middle is a really fine EPS foam. A foam that is very similar to the foam that's in the middle of a EPS surfboard epoxy build. So I put those 3 pieces of boogie board together first by cutting them up with this trusty, handy dandy hot wire. Hot wire wand that I made courtesy of instruction by Mike Eaton and his buddy Gary Bond. After the foam was all cut up and cut so that it would match well and glued together, I created the blank from which I shaped this design, the Chumlee design. This one's made for me. It's 5'6", 21 1/8, 2 9/16, probably about 33 liters, but I don't really know because I hand shaped it. After I shaped it, I dug up a broken board and grabbed these fin boxes here. All 4 have been used in another board that was broken. Actually, 2 boards that were broken. This one was, I think, out of a paddle board that was no longer of use. Then I glassed the carbon board with carbon fiber that was off-cut from another board that when the material was used raw, these are just the off-cut sheets that are otherwise going to just get thrown away. I worked with a buddy who gave them to me and let me just have a big box of this stuff in different shapes and sizes, and so I just pieced them together and made the lamination. So once all the carbon was together and vacuum bagged onto the board, I was good to go. Hot coated it, stuck the logos on. The logos are also fresh. Can't say I reclaimed those off of another board, but I tried. Then after that, the leash cup came into action. That's a leash cup right there made out of a bottle cap. The bottle cap came from a plastic bottle very similar to this that I dug out of the trash can at Whole Foods. What I did is I chopped off the bottle lid right here, unscrewed this, put some fin rope back and forth here to make the bar, put this right back on, chop, and then imagine this piece not being here, I sunk it back down into the board just like so. Great little leash cup with plenty of grip. Then, one of the cooler parts of the whole story is the stomp pad, an old K stomp pad. The stomp pad came from this broken board. This broken board was made by Al Merrick for Kelly. You can tell Al shaped it because he's got his little squiggly lines with the A on the either side of the Jesus fish. Shaped for Kelly. The story behind this board is pretty classic because it was laying in the yard broken in half in 2 pieces at the time of a friend of mine that knows Kelly and Tom Curran. Tom Curran came, borrowed the board, and then returned it to the yard in 2 pieces. And the guy, our mutual friend, didn't want it in his yard anymore. So I said, man, I'll take it. Pretty classic board. I started putting it back together, but I never actually did finish it. Anyway, the stomp pad finally came of use about 15 years later, or maybe even 18 years later. The stomp pad came in use by me peeling it off of here and sticking it onto the trash board. Talking green, it doesn't get much more green than that. Check it out. That's it. Cut.